being joined by the chairman, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Mayowa Ido. Good morning, you're welcome to the program, Engineer Ido.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine, and good morning, viewers at home.
Yes, Engineer Ido, you are having your week this week. Adoptive branch,
Yeah.
Society of Engineers. What's the theme for the week?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, we started our 2025 engineering week. We started on Saturday with health and awareness work. This is just to ensure that, considering the nature of our work, engineers we are fit for the work, and just to ensure our mental stability. Thereafter, we moved to Holy Trinity Church to thank God for everything over the years. And on Monday, the former ceremony inauguration as the chairman, 17th chairman of the Nigerian Society of Engineers Abeokuta branch, the best branch in Nigeria, I can say that, because we've produced like 2 presidents from my branch, and I'm proud to tell you that I happen to be the youngest individual to ever sit on that chairmanship seat
for ask you how you did that.
47-year-old branch, and so I've been enjoying the support of all the elders, the young ones, my past chairman, to move the branch forward. So that's just brief of our program for the engineering week.
So Engineer Ido, now talking about engineers, because at the mention of the title engineer, people don't really get it. Who is an engineer? And I'm sure we have so many of you in different departments.
Categories, yeah.
Okay, categories, like you said. So, are you saying all of you are together under one umbrella?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Goke, for that question. Let me start by answering the first one that who is an engineer? Engineers, make use of science to solve problems, to improve technology, to come up with new ideas for the betterment of our society. That's just a summary of who engineer is. And no matter where you go, no matter what you do, everything in this life is all about engineering. Even right in this studio, everything we are doing is all about engineering. No.
I thought we were having a broadcast. You said engineering.
Equipment is also
it shows that
engineering. God created, art of creation is also engineering. So everything is all about engineering. And all the problems we are having in this world, in Nigeria, in Ogun State, can be solved even in banking sector. If you want to improve your transactions, even e-commerce, everything is all about engineering. So there is no way you can do anything without engineering. That is number one. Now you're asking about all of us. Yes, we have different disciplines, different divisions. We have electrical electronics engineering, we have chemical engineering, we have civil, that is with structures, we have mechanical, we have petroleum. So now we have a body called Nigerian Society of Engineers. The Nigerian Society of Engineers is the umbrella body for all disciplines of engineering, irrespective of your discipline. Now, under this Nigerian Society of Engineers, we now have divisions. Now, we have divisions for civil, divisions for agric engineers, divisions for mechanical engineers, division of petrochemical engineers. So now, when you go to divisions, it's just a way for this division. We see these divisions as technical arm of the society, and they focus deeply on their own area of specialization. So while on Nigerian Society we talk generally about everything as a whole, but when you go to your divisions, which is under the Nigerian Society of Engineers, they focus much more on their own specialization. So for us, even in Abeokuta, we have Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers, which is a division under Nigerian Society of Engineers. So we also have Nigerian Institution of Agric Engineers, Abeokuta, the division. So they have their own specialization programs under the umbrella of Nigerian Society of Engineers.
So what qualifies an engineer to be a member of NSC? Is it by graduation from university? Automatically you are a member, or you need to go through some processes to become a member.
All right, thank you. Yes, of course, become that member of Washington Accord. And part of the condition is to work on OBE, which is outsource-based education. So we are trying to readjust our based education, OBE. They are trying to readjust our curriculum. I'm still coming to your question. So because of that, they need to change the way they admit members. Before they usually admit HND directly to but now even with HND you need to have PGD and masters before you can equivalent your academic qualifications to BSc. So what I'm trying to say is that if you don't have BSc, if you are coming through Polytechnic, you need to have additional qualification before you can equate your qualifications to someone that passed through university. I hope you understand my point now. So this is just a way to improve our curriculum and get current into this Washington Accord that was signed some years ago. We've been giving professional admission to Washington Accord, trying to get full membership into this signatory Washington Accord that I just mentioned. So back to your question. So you must have, after graduation, you must serve under a senior professional engineer for 4 years now, 4 years including your NYC. During this period, you expect you to learn and get some practical experience under these senior engineers. Then after that, you can now apply to become a member of Nigerian Society of Engineers, where you are going to write exams or doing interviews, then formally admitted into Nigerian Society of Engineers. And this Saturday, I will also be inducting like 30 members fully into Nigerian Society of Engineers as a corporate member. When you come into Nigerian Society of Engineers, you become a corporate member. So it is after 10 years, and you must have made a significant contribution to the engineering profession, which you are going to show us, like, okay, fine, I built this, I did this, I made this modification in engineering systems, and I've spent 10 years. Then you can now move from corporate membership to become a fellow.
Oh,
okay. So that's the dichotomy there.
Yeah.
When you come in as a corporate
members.
Then after 10 years of meritorious service and what have you, then you become a fellow. Oh, that's
so, and I'm a fellow. So next time you want to address me, call me FNSC.
FNSC.
Oh.
Fellow.
That's good.
Anyway, so earlier in what you've said earlier, you mentioned about going to schools during the course of the week, that you're going to do like a career talk with students to study engineering, right? So my question is, what are the skills and knowledge that should be acquired by an intending engineer?
All right, thank you. Yes, we go to schools. Yesterday we were even at Tied Up and some private schools. The skills that we expect from these young ones is to... I was at one of the secondary school in Shagam. I can't remember the name. Really, you enter Shagam by the left, by the roadside. I was there for mentorship program under the umbrella of even APBN some weeks ago. So we do mentorship programs too. We support them. Our arms are fully open.
Okay.
Okay, Engineer Ido, today we've been having cases of building collapse here and there. Who is responsible? Your clients or the engineers that supervise the project?
The engineers.
Well, you can say that engineers.
That's a judgment.
But I'm not going to agree with you that engineers are the cause. Okay, now, assuming you, Mr. Goke, you are the owner of that building, so you are the cause of the building collapse.
How?
Thank you. Assuming you are the owner of the building, you are the cause.
No, I'm not.
Huh?
I'm not. You are the professional.
All right.
Professional.
Now let me.
You advise me better.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's look at it. What are the main causes of building collapse? Maybe use of substandard materials.
Yeah.
One.
Majorly.
And maybe just to maybe increase your profits, you are using substandard materials. That is one. Number two, maybe you are making use of, quack, or maybe not professional engineer. Number three, maybe because you didn't follow approved drawing because you want to, get more money, you want to enlarge or, enhance
maximize profit.
Now, all these things I'm talking about, who is the cause? You are doing it. How? Now,
That's all
if you are the owner of the building, you're supposed to ensure that you are not going to make use of substandard materials, that they are going to make use of, quality materials to build your project. Now, if you are the owner of the project, you have to ensure that, okay, I'm not going to employ Mr. A because he's going to collect 5 naira from me, and Mr. B, who is a professional engineer, who is going to collect 10 naira from me. So you ensure that, okay, if I'm going to give my job, my project to the right person, irrespective of how much he's going to collect. So you are the determinant of who is going to handle your project. You also determine, okay, fine, because I trust this guy, okay, fine, I will oversee this, I will ensure that I'm making use of, quality materials. You are the one in charge. Now, you have to also be like, okay, fine, this is the approved drawing. This is the engineer in charge. Now, I will not tell them that, okay, fine, please, can you please help me increase the number of shops so as to increase my profits, you understand? You will follow the laid down approved drawing. You follow like, okay, fine, you give your job to engineers that can follow the standards and codes of engineering. So all these things, you are the cause because you determined A, B, C, Z. So now, if I'm coming, sir, if I want to construct project A, I will go to SA engineering that I know is a qualified engineer. I will give him the job, not minding the cost. Now, I will ensure that, okay, fine, the materials they are supplying to the site, they are not substandard materials. Not
and how do I tell you they're substandard?
Now,
considering that I'm not a professional.
Thank you. You start from the top. You are giving your job to a professional engineer, a qualified one, experienced one, not a quack, not minding the cost.
A registered engineer.
Yeah. So now, if you give your job to a registered engineer, and fine, of course, you're going to supervise your projects, you are already in a safe hand, starting from there. But now, let's start from someone that's give job to like, okay, fine, let me use this as an example.
Okay.
I can give someone to help me to repair my phone, and I also give someone, don't let me use phone. Then I can give my job to someone called engineer. I can also give him, the person is not an engineer, he's not experienced, but he calls himself engineer, but he's going to collect maybe a lesser amount. Let me give him this project. Now, even right from the beginning, you've missed it. Now, if the person now says, let me use 10 tons of, this instead of 5, of course you've missed it. So, it's just a way like you need to get it right from onset. All these things is on you.
Engineer, though, I will strongly disagree with you.
Okay.
I'm sure not every collapsed building has been supervised by a quack. Are you getting it? Most of these buildings are supervised by qualified engineers. But in your bid of maximizing profit,
I think you are just greedy engineers.
You go as far as buying, I won't say fake, substandard. For instance, let's assume a ton of iron rod or whatever goes for 50,000 naira. And don't forget, we have sizes. It could be 2.4 or 1 point something. You know what you want to use. But because you want to get more money.
Who wants to get that more money?
Sorry?
Who wants to get that more money?
The engineer that's supervising the site. But because you want more money in your pocket. You say, okay, instead of just 1.4, I can manage 1.8 and I'll still get the result.
Okay.
Not minding how many story building you are erecting. And another thing is this, like I said, sometimes because of you want to make money, you won't advise your client very well. You have an approved plan of a story building. At the end of the day, it will tell you, engineer, I want 2 or 3 story building, and you have an approval for a story building. But because you're going to make money out of him, oh yeah, we'll support with pillars, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll strengthen the ones that we are putting on it. At the end of the day, the building will not collapse. You think that I've done my part?
To ensure proper monitoring and supervision, because they are the ones that give approvals, you know. So even if someone wants to maximize profit, even before the completion of the project, maybe regular monitoring
and check-up
can also help in this situation. But having said that, I still believe that you know, the owners of, you can't, if you, this thing is yours, you, even if somebody is telling you this, you open your eyes and see to it, because everything is still going to come back
to you on the long run.
At the long run. Now, even if engineers want to, even if you have engineers that want to do that, it's not the only one on site. We have other professionals that's going to work on that site too.
Okay.
So it's not only engineers. So, but the problem is, are you giving your job to the right qualified person? Are they making use of quality materials and not substandard materials? Are they following approved plans? Of course, when you go outside, you see so many buildings mark X. So that one is it the fault of engineers too? So these are the things that we need to look into for us to you know, reduce this building collapse. It is not only it is not good for everybody for us to be having. Of course, we all travel outside Nigeria. I looked at the rate we have in building collapse in Nigeria compared to other countries.
Yes.
So, engineer, you don't want a final note. In a building construction, who and who should be on site, going by the normal standard? Are you getting it?
Okay.
Is it a civil engineer, or a building contractor, or whatever you call them? I don't know. So who should be saddled with that responsibility of that site supervision?
That supervision.
Yeah.
Okay, because you've asked two questions now. Now, for supervision, of course, it should be engineer, civil engineer.
Civil.
Yep.
Okay.
But of course, you are going to have other professionals on that side too, like
surveyor,
architects, builders,
okay,
quantity surveyor, and the likes. Of course, even if it involves, you know, you get to a point here, you're going to involve electrical engineers too, for M&E, mechanical engineers. But the
overall should be a civil engineer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, engineer.
I guess just before he goes, you should just give us a final listing on the week. On that week, is there anything you want to say about your week, or?
Thank you. Like I think I've already rolled out our lineup activities, and the grand finale will be on Saturday. The inauguration of my own self as the 17th chairman of Abeokuta branch of Nigeria Society of Engineers at Abeokuta Club by 10 a.m. And I will be having the...
Are you, by extension, sending out your invitation to the crew or what? If you want to do that, you come to the marketing department of our OGTV so that we'll give you the adequate publicity on that. All
right, like as I was saying before the interruption, we have some dignitaries like the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Honorable Minister, that will be in attendance. So I'm also inviting you as our special guest.
All right, thank you very much.